there. Hello. Hi, Ned. This is Ned, and this is Lee. And today we watched a movie called Undefeatable. It's rubbish. Okay, well, let's get into it. So, right from the start, I should say that with most of these videos, with most of these movie reviews, we put up pictures and GIFs and little clips if we can find them. This movie, we may have some difficulty finding some clips and especially some GIFs. But we're going to talk about the movie anyway because we watched it, and we wouldn't have watched it if we weren't going to talk about it in this show, and you'll never watch it again. Okay, fair enough. So, Undefeatable stars Cynthia Rothrock, and it is from 1993, and it lasts 1 hour and 31 minutes. So Cynthia Rothrock is playing a character called Christy Jones, who is in a gang. Yeah, she's a tough chick, and she wears leather, and she kicks ass. Yeah, okay, yeah. And her main source of income is fighting, illegal fights. We'll get to that in a minute though. She's in a gang called the Cobras. But before we even meet Christy, we see Paul Stingray. Yeah, we find out this guy's name is Stingray. It's his fighting name. He's a fighter, he's in a ring, and it looks like he's kickboxing. Yeah, or like full contact karate. That him and this other guy are fighting, and they're going at it quite hard. They're quite clearly choreographed. Well, yeah, that's the downfall of these movies. By the way, this movie is the cheapest thing I've ever seen. You could make a better movie on your phone. There doesn't seem to be much of a budget for this movie. However, it's still a movie. Barely. Okay. So while Paul is in the ring, his wife, Anna, is speaking to her psychologist friend, Jennifer. And Jennifer tells Anna, if you're worried about his aggression, his violence, you need to leave him straight away. Yeah, but she doesn't, not straight away. Meanwhile, we find out this fight that Stingray's in is actually a death match, and he takes out the other guy. The other guy won't be going home today, or ever. We then cut to a convenience store which is being held up, of course. Oh, yeah. And in walks Nick DeMarco. Yeah, sitter cut. He's a cool dude, and he knows karate. And he starts the robbery, obviously, easily, quickly, just as his partner walks in and the rest of that guys. That's us meet Nick. We meet Christy, and she is getting her first fight of the movie. Yeah, these two gangs meet in a back alley, and they decide, let's have a fight. And there's a guy there who organises it, and he says, listen, winner gets $600, and good luck. Yeah, he's sort of organising the fights between the gangs. But it's not the whole gangs that are fighting, it's just one person from each gang. Yeah, so it's this guy, and he's got like a hoodie on, like just, a hoodie, that it's got metal chains wrapped around it for some reason. That's not going to help you move, it's not. But he's fighting Christy. Yeah, and meanwhile, while they're fighting, the gangs are leaning against the wall, and they're snapping their fingers, and they're slapping their hands, and they're stamping their feet, like a Michael Jackson music video. It is weird, they all fall into this rhythm, and they're like slapping along and stamping their feet as if it is a song. Yeah, it's rubbish. But Christy wins the fight, and just as she does, she goes to collect her money, and the police pull up, so everyone runs away. Christy chases the pile of money which falls from their hand from the police car. She bends down to pick it up, and Nick DeMarco pops out of the car, holding a gun, and says, freeze. Yeah, there's no need to point a gun at her, just say, right, you're coming with me. All she was doing was picking up money. So some of Christy's friends, gang members, gang mates, they go and they meet Christy's sister Karen at a college, and they're joking about they would like to go to college but their IQs are too high. Yeah, very funny, yeah. But they say to Karen, listen, Christy's been arrested, can you come and help? So they go along and they get Christy out of prison. Yeah, easily, yeah. Meanwhile, Paul is at home. He walks in and his wife Anna is preparing dinner. Yeah, and he gets a bit rough with her. Yeah, he wants to have some fun. He wants to unwind and make love. Yeah, she's just trying to make dinner. She's not on to do anything else. Yeah, and he gets aggressive and he forces her. Yeah, he's not a good guy. He's definitely not. And then he sits down and has his dinner. He's scum. He is indeed scum. After that, we see him arranging his next fight through his agent. And when he gets back home, Anna is not there. She's left him. That's what he gets. Definitely. So Anna has left. She's gone. She's taken her things. She left a goodbye note. Yeah, and you know, he reads a goodbye note and he gets a little flashback of when he's a little boy and his nun leaves him. And then you see him standing in the kitchen reading the note as an adult, like 35-year-old or whatever. And he's going, "Nanny, don't leave me, Nanny." Yeah, it's a bit weird. Turns psychotic, this Stingray. Yeah, Stingray, yeah. And then he goes to the bathroom and he's staring in the mirror and he's just saying, "I will find you, Anna. Anna, I will find you. Anna, Anna." And straight away, he goes out and he finds a couple, and this lady is walking with her boyfriend, and the young lady is wearing a floral dress like Anna used to, and she's got long brown hair like Anna used to, and he says, "Hey buddy, what are you doing with my wife? That's my wife, Anna." And the guy tries to fight him. Stingray beats him up. Yeah, and then he takes the lady and he says, "Come on, Anna, you're cunning with me, you shouldn't be cheating on me." And he takes her to a warehouse and he chains her up. And then he hits her with a chain. And she doesn't survive. No, she doesn't. We see Nick DeMarco and the other cops investigating the scene. Yeah, this is a strange movie. That is a strange movie. Meanwhile, Christy goes to have another fight. She thinks this guy called Dare, who's wearing like hockey armour or football armour or something. Surely that's cheating. Well, maybe. It doesn't do him any good anyway because he gets beaten up. Yeah, doesn't he? Yeah, Christy wins, yeah. And on the way out, he's going away with like a cut lip or a busted nose or something. Yeah, and he's leaving with his girlfriend, who's got a floral dress and long brown hair. And just then Tall Dies die, and he says, "Anna." Yeah, Paul Stingray. Yeah. So he follows Bear home to this little caravan they live in. Yeah, and he beats up Bear, and he takes who he thinks is Anna home. He kidnaps her. Yeah. And she is not going to make it either. After that, Paul's out and about again. Stingray's hunting again. Yeah, and this time he finds another lady with long brown hair and a floral dress. And guess who it is? It's Karen. It's Christy's sister. And he beats up her friend and he takes her away. Yeah, and then the next thing you see is Christy has to come and identify her sister's daddy. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this. I thought the sister would be the one who would be rescued in this movie. Nope. So they're at the morgue. Police officer Nick pulls back the sheet that's covering the body, and Christy looks and she sees it is her sister Karen. And she's got no eyes. Yeah, that's true, her eyes have been taken out. I don't know why. That's weird behaviour, Stingray. It is strange, but yeah, obviously she's upset. So she goes out and she looks for who could have done this. She goes round the gangs and she's beating up people, men she knows that have had a history of being violent towards women. Yeah, good on her. Yeah. As Christie's going around getting into fights, the police are following her. Nick is following her, and they kind of agree to help each other try to find who killed Christie's sister. Now, while they're out looking, Paul Stingray finds his wife Anna's therapist friend Jennifer, and she's got long brown hair. And she's got a floral dress. Yeah, he's definitely got a type. He's definitely got a type. And he has a type of nutter. Right, okay. But he takes her, kidnaps her, chains her up, and he's going to beat her up. He's going to whip her, and he's going to take her life too. Yeah, that he goes out to get some groceries for some reason. And while she's tied up, her no-dial phone starts to ring, and it's in her handbag, which is left at her feet. and she answers it, and she can hear Christy saying, "Hello, are you there?" And she said, "Help! I'm at this address, I'm at this warehouse, come and get me." Yeah, and Christy can hear that. I don't know how she answered the phone, because surely even back then, mobile phones, you still had to press a button, it wouldn't automatically just answer. Yeah, 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 good point, yeah. Anyway, Christy finds out where she is. She leaves a message for Nick DeMarco and says, "I'm coming to get you." So she goes to the warehouse just in time to see Stingray coming back. She rescues Jennifer and they have a little fight, but the cop turns up and he joins in the fight and Stingray escapes. Yeah, the four of the escaped. They have Hunt and Christie fight, Stingray and Christie, yeah, and they end up having a sword fight. Yeah, that's right, I don't know where they get swords from. But anyway, and then Nick shows up, yep, and it becomes a gunfight. Yeah, that's right, and that's when Stingray escapes. Yeah. Oh, this movie. Something else. So Jennifer is taken to hospital. She's okay. She'll need a few days to recover. Yeah, she's fine. She survived. Yeah. Christy and Nick are there to make sure she's okay, saying, you know, "We'll find him, don't worry, we'll catch him." Yeah. And then Stingray just comes into the hospital. I don't know why. He's on the run. He could get out of there and get away with it, but he comes to the hospital for some reason. So Christy and Nick see him and they follow him into the hospital laundry. And it's a big room. Yeah, and it's got these giant sacks of washing, giant sacks of laundry, and they're so big a person couldn't lift them, so they've got these hooks coming through the ceiling, and it's like a hydraulic system. The hook comes down, picks up the bag of laundry, takes it all across the other side of the warehouse. Well, it's warehouse size, yeah, and dumps it upside down into the washing machine. Yeah. So it's like an industrial size laundry. Yeah. And it is the size of a warehouse, to be fair. Yeah. So first of all, Nick and Stingray start to fight. Yeah. And they're having a little fight and they're using like, Stingray's got this cool dagger thing and he's trying to cut Nick. He manages to make him drop it and then they both decide just to take their shirts off. And they're both really shiny. Yeah. At this point, Christy jumps in the fight. She dives across the room and kicks Stingray. Yeah, and guess what happens? His head goes flying into the wall, and there's a nail sticking out of the wall, and his eye goes into it. And he pulls his head back, and his eye's stuck to this nail in the wall. It's cool. It's disgusting that it's cool. It's really disgusting. So the rest of the fight, Stingray is like that, and he's holding one eye. He's only got one eye. And then there's more fighting with Nick and Christy taking on Stingray. Yeah. And eventually, just as it looks like Stingray's going to get the upper hand, they both attack him at the same time, and he goes flying, and guess what happens? His other eye goes into a hook, one of the laundry hooks on the hydraulic hooks, and they press the button, and the hydraulics start, and he's lifted up by his eye. It's a horrible way to go, but it's what he deserves. It does. He gets lifted up by a hook in the eye socket, and he's lifted up 20 feet and taken away across the other side of the room. Yeah, he's a gunner. He's definitely a gunner. You know how some movies have got like iconic lines? "I'll be back," "I am inevitable," or "stick around," things like that. Yeah. Well, this has two. Yeah, not one of them's iconic. Well, I suppose that's fair. Christy looks up at Stingray's body being carried away and says, "We'll keep an eye out for you, Stingray." Yeah, and then Nick gets on as well. He says, "Yeah, see ya." These are terrible. So after that, we cut to Karen's grave. Christy is there, Nick is there, and some of Christy's gang members. So she says a tearful farewell to her sister. She says, we got him, you know, I miss you so much." And then the mood instantly changes because Nick says, "Are you going to stay in this gang, the Cobras?" And Christy takes off her little gang sign badge, whatever it is, and sticks it on the grave and says, I won't be doing that anymore. So Nick grabs her and he kisses her, and these hard men, gang members that are watching, they're all going, ooh, 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 kisses, yeah. And then Christy says, don't be so quick to laugh. You guys should be going to college. And they say, we're too smart for college. Ha ha ha. And they have a big joke about it. But then Christy says, well, just to let you know, I enrolled you all. You all start college on Monday. Yeah, these gang members. And they're like, okay, da 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 da. And then Nick says, by the way, I've enrolled you too, Christy. Yeah, and she's also fine with it. Yeah, and that's the end of the movie. It's just credits. So, I'm sorry this is a short review, that there's not much substance to this movie. No, there's some good action. Yeah, good fights, yeah. And the way the bad guy is taken out at the end, that is cool. Absolutely disgusting, but really cool. Yeah, that's the movie's saving grace, that and the action scenes. Yeah, because the act, oh my goodness, I didn't even talk about the acting. Cynthia Rothrock is not Meryl Streep. That she's not the worst actor I've ever seen. That these other people, they are the worst actors I've ever seen. I mean, they're awful. I mean, they are so bad. Yeah, the acting is not good. No. But anyway, that was Undefeatable. Unwatchable. Well, we're going to go hit subscribe and watch another video, please. It really helps us. And yeah, don't watch this movie. If you do, just watch the action scenes and skip to the end to watch the guy getting taken out. It's nad. Yeah, we'll keep our eye out for you. Goodbye. Bye.